you Asians, you feel like you have to get good grades, but that's not the thing in Germany. It's just like if you have master's degree, it's way more than enough. It's a very big plus point. You should definitely do it.
Have you guys traveled within Germany, other cities?
Yes.
Once in a while, whether for travel or visiting friends? I guess everybody has, right? You as well. Okay. So if you were to relocate to one of the other cities or a town in Germany, kaun sa hoga?
For
Which one
me,
would that
it
be
will
and why?
be for me it will be Hamburg, because lots of international, lots of English speaking, and it's not costly like Frankfurt. Yeah, Frankfurt have international people, but it's like in comparison, Hamburg is much cheaper than Frankfurt. So it's my personal reason.
For me, it will be Constance
Wow.
because I really like the city and it's near to Switzerland as well. It's very clean. I like it because you can see sea and then you can see mountain as well if you go to Bodensee. It really fascinates me. I don't know. I really want to settle in this city.
You're ready to compromise on salary because bigger cities might get a little
Yeah,
higher, right?
but I can tell you it's in Baden-Württemberg and
Right.
Baden-Württemberg is the most paying salary
One
in
of the
Germany.
states
Yeah.
to pay high, not the only, right? Bavaria can debate with you hard, really.
But one of the most.
Right.
To Düsseldorf maybe because it's not very expensive like the bigger cities Munich, Frankfurt and Berlin, but it gives you this still a city vibe and lot of industries, IT and yeah, Düsseldorf. It's beautiful.
And what would be the second option if not Dusseldorf?
Not Düsseldorf, maybe Hamburg.
Hamburg, yeah?
Yeah,
You've got-
it's not the costliest. It's very pretty and it's not so expensive like Berlin, Munich and Frankfurt. So it gives you the city feeling as well and it's actually nice. So yeah.
For me, given the chance, I want to move to a big city like Frankfurt because more opportunities, higher pay, and I like cities more than I like nature. I like big buildings. I like to see crowded places.
Right.
I like crowded trains. So wherever there is crowd, I would like to be there.
I like Gießen very much. I have found my comfort here now.
Okay.
And I like it. Like it is very peaceful. I like to take walks here in the air. So I really like Gießen.
Right. You know that like a lot of students come to tier 2, tier 3 towns and villages also to study. I think for them it's much easier to relocate to a big city. But imagine having the other way around. Like from a very, very big city, you get a job in a village area. Like, have you met somebody like that? Or
I've
what
not.
would go through your mind if you were to do that?
For me, it would be impossible to even think from moving to a smaller city. Like, for example, there is a small town called Gosen-Linden. Yeah, I would never go there. I would just come and go
Even
back.
if you get paid really high amount.
Yeah, I'd just buy a car. I'd just buy a car, I'll live there. Maybe city registration, everything will be there, but I will come to Frankfurt just like that.
I'm okay if I stay in a small town, but I prefer having a car. That would be more convenient and easier. Otherwise, small town again
So is transportation the only problem or?
and transportation is a problem and even the crowd. Very small town and villages, it's very like too peaceful and all that. If you want to interact and all that, it's always better to be the bigger cities.
Right. So there's a difference between like Shanti and Sannata.
I feel so depressed in winters here in Gießen because there are no street lights sometimes, and if you go out, it's black on the streets. And
तो अंधेरा करके रखते क्या?
I don't know.
Thirty
There are no
में?
street lights in some streets.
Really?
I don't know. Yes.
Oh, what has been most painful part of you being a student, which you would like to improve? And as a suggestion to the government, what would that be? That they should definitely look into this. Your voices will be reached, I promise.
I mean, we need to focus on both academics and we have visa pressure. So every time after 6 months, 8 months, we have to provide a salary slip, a contract and all that. So there's always pressure to save money and most of the internship here and research, they don't pay anything. For if somebody is planning to do thesis, they won't get paid. And internship also, it's not paid here. So it is very stressful. You need to do internship. You need to go to lab from morning 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock and then find a job. I mean, then you have to go to your workplace to work and get, I mean, even the living expenditure is so high here. You need to, it's very difficult to maintain the expenses. So it's always better, at least a mini job 520 or 540 if they pay from the internship or from the, that would be a great help. I mean, it'll be too stressful to do everything, both academic and to work. And we have a pressure saying we have to, I mean, we have a visa extension and all that. So we have a pressure for the deadline. So yeah, that's kind of scary as well.
For me, the main thing is work student. Our university is not offering that much opportunities, which other big cities like Hamburg and then Frankfurt. Whenever I talk to them, I talk to colleagues regarding this, they'll be like, yeah, I'm working in the university and I'm earning quite well in that. And here, like in the small town, the universities are not offering that much opportunities, so we have to go like Frankfurt and do the part-time jobs and then come back and then study and all of this. So if we are getting the work student like proper hours, proper wages from the university, then why will we not do it? I mean, we are getting it in the CV as well.
In your experience of as an Indian national, आप लोग दूसरे Indian student लोग से या Indian से मिलते होगे, what has been their behavior like? Are they like rude? Are they friendly? या ऐसा मुंह बना के निकल लेते हैं? क्या है?
I mean, see, this is a very small town, so we have to see them every day. So obviously they'll not do the rude faces because
वो elitist behavior नहीं है कि कोने पे इधर चल निकल.
इंडियंस ही बहुत कम है, तो 2-4 मिलते हैं, ठीक है भाई मिल गया.
Okay.
ऐसे वाली फीलिंग होती है कि कोई इंडियन तो मिला.
हाँ. But like, have you come across somebody who's like, trying to like show up attitude? ऐसा कुछ नहीं
I
हुआ.
mean,
Have
this
you-
is the thing in bigger cities.
Yeah.
Like, but like a small town like Gießen, we don't face this here because everyone is quite friendly here and we have a small community, Indian community. But if you go to Frankfurt, like if we are walking through a street, if we are walking by a street and like a random stranger, like random international people will smile at you, say hi, but Indian will never do that. I don't know why. In Gießen, it's a different thing.
तू करता है क्या?
Yes,
That's also a question.
I do. I mean, I do. I am a
तुम
friendly
भी तो नहीं
person.
करते ना. तो वही तो.
हमेशा स्माइल करती हूँ, कोई भी हो, इंडियन हो.
तो मैं भी तो वही कर रहा हूँ.
अच्छा.
पर कभी कभी लोग गलत ही सोच लेते हैं, मतलब इंडियंस तो नहीं पर बाहर के लोग, स्पेशली अगर कोई ड्रंक है तो उसको तो कुछ और ही
इनविटेशन हो जाता है क्या उसके लिए? अच्छा, हाय.
लड़कियों के लिए होता है, लड़कों के लिए नहीं होता.
Do you think, given the expenses the way they are going high compared to what they were a few years back to what it is now and where it's going, by any chance do you think they will increase the blocked account, or they should increase the blocked account?
They already did last, no? So
Right.
I mean, actually, it's too. I mean, it's high now. Maybe not for 2-3 years. Maybe after 3 years again they might increase because.
And are you keeping this in mind while people spending in cities like Berlin just for a bed in a room? They're
It's
paying
so
between
expensive.
600 to 700 euros. So do you think it makes sense to come to a smaller town to study in Germany, then make a switch to a big city?
Yes. And also study is easier as compared to if you go to bigger universities.
Yeah.
Studies are harder. I've heard from many friends.
So you want easier path?
No, it's not about easier path, but it's good because if you are studying in a public university, it doesn't make any difference, I think.
But when you study in a small town, right, feel anybody can counter you by saying opportunities are nahi hai. Uska kya?
I think in Gießen it's okay because Frankfurt is just 45 minutes away from here.
But imagine like if you were to stay, let's say in Fulda, for example. That's like,
Fulda also, Frankfurt
but everything is still 2 hours away, right? And how practical is going 2 hours every day one way?
But after completing all the subjects, one can shift to Frankfurt or any other.
Okay. Would you consider Gießen to be tier 2 or a 3 town? 2 or 3? 2. Would you say that I would come to tier 2 town, study here, and then make a switch to big city? Is what you want to tell?
Yeah.
Recently, I met with the international office, and the people from there, they were like, see, in Germany, you just have to focus on your completing the degree, not about the scoring high, like scoring well in the degree. You Asians, you feel like you have to get good grades, but that's not the thing in Germany. It's just like if you have a master's degree, it's way more than enough. And so completing a degree is like, if you can come to Gießen, a small town, and then the study, and then go for higher opportunities to bigger cities, then it's a very big plus point. You should definitely do it.